Hello, Creative Frugal Wonder Woman, and welcome to Watercolor. This is our Slimline Ice Cream cone from Colorado Craft Company, the Big and Bold. I love the Big and Bold stamps. They're so much fun, you guys. This one is, it was a little intimidating, but it is so much fun. We're going to be using our Prima Confections Watercolor Tropical set. And if you are part of the Watercolor Club, or were part, then you would have already received a newsletter. And I have the links there of where you can purchase this stamp if you would like. And there is a coordinating die set that goes with it that is amazing. And then you would have also received the idea sheet. And here is the other card that I did. So with this was with the Woodlands stamp set, or I'm sorry, the Woodlands Confections, Prima Watercolor Confections Woodlands set. So you can see basically same technique, did a little different with the dots. Looks like there's some confetti in our ice cream. And then you can also go onto the creative, or go to janmckee.com, go to the Creative Club, and you will see the watercolor cards that I did. Or not watercolor, oh my gosh, I am so sorry, Copic. So you guys, I already did this video once and there was no sound, so I'm doing it again. I've been procrastinating, I apologize. But this time we got it right, we got the sound, and we're going to get it uploaded for you guys. But you can go on now and see the Copic and how we made this awesome vanilla and chocolate twist card using Copic markers. So you can see that for free. So here is our instruction sheet, and as soon as we get the estate finalized with Mom and get some of this stuff situated here, I'm going to be uploading all of the instruction sheets that I have. So for those of you that weren't part of the watercolor clubs, you can then download my instruction sheets for free. You just would have to purchase a stamp set if this is something you're interested in coloring. So we're going to go ahead and get started today using our tropical set, and I have my color codes there, and here's our beautiful watercolor. I just love this set. It's probably one of my favorite collections because I like the bright, although I do use the Woodlands a lot. We have our Canson watercolor paper that I've stamped on already using archival ink, the black, and we're going to go ahead and get started. And really what you want to do, this is a big stamp, so we're going to make sure we've got plenty of water in our pen here, and we're going to add lots of water to this image, just the waffle cone. Get it nice and wet, squeezing the barrel of our pen so that we're getting this nice and wet here. And then we're going to go into number 24, which is Tiki, this one right here. And I've gone ahead and I've labeled, can you guys see how I labeled the number of the color here too? So I don't know, I like to have that. So you can see I'm squeezing more water, getting this good and wet, and we're going to just layer this first touch of color onto our waffle cone. And I'm making it pretty light, adding more water, really getting that spread around. If you need to add a little bit more color, you can. But we're making this fairly light at first, and then we're going to bring in, leaving some highlights, but bring in some more shading. But go ahead and clean up our brush. You can wait and let it dry on its own, or you can go ahead and use your heat tool and dry it, which for time's sake I'm going to go ahead and use. Okay, it's pretty dry. And then we're going to go back into Tiki, adding some more color here because I want it to get quite a bit darker. And we're going to come around onto the edge. Oh, maybe not that dark, but that's okay. Squeeze some water, and then we can come back and drag through this, adding more water. The whole thing on this is to get the feel of the barrel and the water control, and that's really the trick. So we're going to just leave this highlighted section in the center where the light would hit our cone. And then you can go ahead, and if you've got too much, if you want to lighten this up a bit or soften these lines even, you can go ahead and come back with just some plain water, and you can soften those lines right up, give it even more of a watercolor look. Clean out our brush, adding more water in there again. Okay, so now let's go ahead and dry this again, because we want this to be really dry. We're not going to go down into here, so it doesn't matter so much, but we want to make sure this is completely dry so that when we do our ice cream, it doesn't bleed into the waffle cone, okay? Turn on some more light there too. Oops. Okay, so now we've got that good and dry. So as long as we keep our water up at the top, these colors are not going to bleed into the brown onto the waffle cone that we just did. So now let's go ahead and start at the top, and we're squeezing, adding lots and lots of water, because this one we're going to add some magic here. So again, I'm just putting lots and lots of water down, making sure it's staying in the lines of the stamped image, squeezing the barrel as I go. And now we're going to come into number 22, which is Sunset. Squeezing water, getting that nice and wet. And we're going to just, oh, see, I need it even wetter. Squeezing lots of water. Come back in. There, now you can see how that water is really. Then I'm going to go ahead and clean that off. And then I'm going to come into number 20, which is Reef. Adding lots of water. And here's where the magic happens. It's going to, again, lots and lots of water. And this is going to just start blending beautifully. Maybe add or move this around, add some water, move this purple down so that it's not quite so dark there. And we can come in and add more of the pink. Oops. You know what, that's fun on that part. That's going to be okay. Watch this. So again, adding more. Let's go ahead and take that color out, come back in, pushing lots of water into our bristles, and we're going to come back in and add some more of the pink. If you want that to be darker. Again, I'm squeezing the barrel of my pen to get more water in there so that it really blends beautifully. Now, I'm going to clean my bristles off real good, and watch this. So now there is a die that goes with this set that you could use to die cut the waffle cone out, which I did on both of the cards that I made. But if you're not going to, and you're worried about this being out of the lines, can you guys see how I got out of the line up here? Now watch this. I have a clean brush, and I'm going to go and I'm going to squeeze water, but I'm going to lift this right up. Now you might not be able to get it all out, but you're going to be able to get a lot of it out by just adding some water in there, and it's not going to be nearly as noticeable. So it's kind of fun. Now let's go ahead and dry this. because I did get it nice and wet. We want to get that good and dry. See it drying right up there. So this was really a simple card, a stamped image. Even though this is a nice big image, it's not intimidating. At first it was kind of intimidating to me to use such a large stamp, but it was so fun and so fast. And you can see how we just cut it out, and it is a slimline, which you can use on a slimline card and do it pretty much up and down, and you can see how that just fills up the card beautifully. Or you can still use it on a regular card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Oh my goodness, focus, and just tilt it on its side. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. The lighting, it's supposed to be focusing automatically. There we go. Okay, so anyhow, here we have our big and bold Slimline Ice Cream using Watercolor Confections from Prima Marketing. And I hope you guys had fun. And remember to practice, have fun, and just enjoy life. And treat yourself. Have a blessed day, guys. Bye now.